Hello, this is Jen, and this is my tutorial to how to solve a sliding tile puzzle. I'm doing this so you can have an easier time doing any like sliding puzzles in any type of like game or like those real handhelds of puzzles that you can do. So anyway, so this is a normal 3x3 tile puzzle, and obviously these are like all numbered. So usually its original solve pattern would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the gap will be here. So the first step you need to do is solve the top row. And so how you do this is obviously originally it's 1, 2, and 3. So there's 2 here, 3 there, there's 1. It's all over the place, right? So what I usually start with is the number 3, which is the top right corner. So what I do is put it all the way down here to the bottom left or middle left, just like far away from where it's supposed to be. So what we're trying to do is kind of do a little train that we're gonna make go choo-choo all the way up to that corner there. But what we need is the other 2 tiles that goes with number 3. So let's line up with the tile number 2 behind it. So let's move this up a little bit more, and then we're gonna Congo line number 1. So when we move these 3 together, we'll be up here, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll move it over, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll move it over again, 3, 2, and 1. And these 3 will just gonna be staying there like forever, like we're not even gonna touch it. So the next step, what we're gonna do is do the second row, but we start with the tile underneath the top right corner, which in this case it's 6. And obviously it's the row over here is going to be 4, 5, and 6. But what we don't want is to have the 6 already in its place. We need to just chuck it all the way to the bottom left. And then now we need to put in the number before 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6 here. So what we don't want is to have the 5 here. So what we need to do is separate the 5 from the 6, like so. So the 6 will be here and the 5 will be here. You just don't want your tile that goes before the 6 right here, because when we do it, it will pretend that's 5. It will go over there, and you don't want that. So instead, you want your next tile will be right next to the 6. It will either be here or up here. Well, over here. So let's get number 5 right next to the 6, and then we'll push it all the way 6 up to there, and then we're going to move all the way to the right. So we need to have the next tile after 5 will be 4. So we have the top row done. We have the left side almost done, and we're gonna just have to line up with the 4. And no matter how big the grid is, you can always like shuffle all of the remaining tiles around until you get your next tile right next to the next tile. So once we do a clockwise rotation, you're gonna have 6, 5, 4, and everything else will be moved into place over here. 7, 8, and then we solved it. So let's try again. So let's understand the concept again. So we're gonna solve the top row, which is 1, 2, 3. Well, let's chuck the 3 all the way down here. We have 2 over there, so we can just need to actually separate number 2 from the 3. And we don't want the 2 to be ahead of the 3. We want the 3 to be behind the 3 as the train. And luckily enough for me, I got the train already assembled here. So what I just have to do is go around clockwise. Move the tiles around. 1, 2, 3. Done. Now again, we look in the top right corner, and then we have to look for the tile right underneath the 3, which is obviously the 6. So we have to bring the 6 to this bottom left corner, and now we need to have the next tile of the left side of it, which is 5. We'll move that here, and then we need to have the 4 over here. So you just have to do is move this around. Very easy. And then once you've done that, now you can do your entire clockwise shift, and then you've done it. So you can pretty much do it with any type of like tile game, no matter how big it is. 4 by 4, 5 by 5, 20 by 20. It's always this strat is pretty much like the same thing all around. I think the more trickier part is when you're dealing with just like an image, like an anime character or something. There's no numbers. You just have to kind of like have a reference of which tiles are goes in which corner and what's next to it, or what kind of like makes sense or whatever. So again, we'll try this again. Let's have the 3. Let's bring this back down 3 over there down here. We don't want the 2 again. We don't want the 2 there. We want the 2 right next to it. So let us just do a real quick shuffle, and then now we need to have the 1 over here. Okay, and we've done that. Now you have 3, 2, 1. Let's do a easy clockwise shuffle, and then now we have to go for the tile right underneath that, which is the 6, and then we have the 5 over here. So let's separate the 5. Let's get the 5 out of there first, obviously. Alright, the 5 is over here now. Now it's going to follow with the 4, and we just do a clockwise rotation. That's it. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Bye.